strides with our broadband in the last couple of days, so I do feel like technically we are in for a breakthrough tonight.
Yeah.
Creatively, we are in for a big breakthrough tonight. We are live right now with the entire cast of Loveline tonight. Dr. Drew and Stryker here tonight for the
Thanks
first
for
time.
having us. Yeah.
We were talking just before the show started, seconds ago, about how our audiences are similar type of goofballs.
Same goofballs called Loveline, same goofballs called Tom Green.
Yeah, and I'm thinking this is going to be probably a turning point
Really?
for Webovision, for my friend.
Sentinel night for you.
Possibly for me personally as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? We got something to talk about?
Well, I'm just talking about in almost a serious way. I think this is going to be the night the show finds itself.
Comes together technically and rhythmically.
You have been here several times.
I love
You know
this
the
show.
Webovision.
I love it.
I'm a rookie.
We have the Stryker.
I've been screaming at Stryker for how long? Saying, Stryker, you've got to see this thing.
But there's a difference between when Dr. Drew says, come by the Tom Green show, and then when Tom gives you the invite to come here.
Yeah,
and
well,
I'm so excited.
You do 17 shows a day anyways.
Sometimes.
You do a radio show every day in the afternoon.
Correct.
Dr. Drew, you don't do that one with
I don't do that with Stryker.
Stryker.
And then the nighttime show.
And then the nighttime show. And you guys both go by your last names.
Right.
Your middle name.
My middle name.
Yeah, your middle name. David Drew Pinsky.
Yes, how'd you know that?
And Ted Stryker.
Right, Ted Ramon Stryker.
Don't go by your first names.
No.
Interesting.
Weird, huh?
Weird.
You can call me Ted and call him Drew tonight.
Yeah,
that'd be fine.
I read both of your IMDb pages today.
You did?
Even though you've been on, actually it was funny. The reason I said that was because, you've been on so many times, but Logan prints out a bunch of information for me, and I was reading, and I was like, oh wow, I never really knew that your first name was David.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
There's always a big hassle in if I had to go to a new school or something. I'm like, no, it's not my name. I'm not David. I would let people call me David for months.
Oh,
before I'd correct them.
even before broadcasting, you would go by.
I was Drew as a kid, but you come to a new environment and it goes down as David Pinsky, so I get called David.
That's me. My first name is Michael.
Right.
Michael Thomas.
And if you went to a new environment, it's Michael Green, and you're just like,
somehow it always ended up. I'd go to the new environment and I'd be wanting that. And they'd be, Tommy. You're like, what? It's right, that's Mike.
That's because your mom called it.
Yeah, that's what happened. So the reason I'm saying this is going to be a breakthrough show tonight, which I'm excited about, is because we've been screaming at people on Skype for the last few months.
I remember being here screaming at the Skypers,
yeah,
too.
saying get better.
In fact, we were yelling at Melissa Rivers, remember?
Yeah, saying you got to get better. Oh my, yeah, it's true. That was it's been going on for a year, and I figured it out the other day. The problem with the Skype.
It's on our end.
It's my problem.
It's ours. I've usurped all of it. This is my environment here.
Yeah, it's this end here.
Thank you for inviting me into your environment.
Yeah, no.
It's the greatest thing.
No.
Who's who in the zoo?
I just didn't want you to be blamed for it.
No, it's all right.
And we've got lots of new who's.
There was one.
I'm going to chime in during the show. I promise everybody.
So just read this record.
Just read this.
I was reading.
Pictures in it.
Last time I was here, there was one of those.
Yeah.
And I was sitting reading it while you were getting ready and stuff.
Yeah.
And
they're pouring in. Who's in the zoos.
And
To Tom, best wishes. Brian Rambo, April 10th, 2007. Thanks for the night last night. You have a huge wiener. Wow.
Doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't say that part. It says to Tom, to Tom, best wishes, Brian Rambo.
Okay,
yeah, it is from Brian Rambo.
But it's all about
natural history of mammals, birds, reptiles, and
circa
amphibians.
1954. So
I love chimpanzees, by the way.
Oh,
wait, Drew, hold on one sec there, mister. I want to show you the monkeys right here.
My page.
Why not page by page?
That's the who's who in the zoo. People are sending them in. It's my favorite book from childhood. The thing that I like, by the way, Stryker, have a look at your shot there tonight.
Yeah.
Look, what I enjoy about this is because we're just past the summer solstice now.
Right.
Okay.
Which was June 21st.
We have sunset to look at.
Yeah, we have a nice outdoor daylight shot.
Oh yeah, look at that behind
Tom
you.
Green.
Nice.
During this show, we never have a daylight shot. That's right up there over your shoulder.
And you have birds, you have dogs, you have a nice pool. This is a great place, man.
And the Skype's going to be working tonight.
Yeah, look at that guy.
This. You're not going to believe this. Look at this. Watch how well this works. Hello, you're on the air. Your audio's going to work perfectly tonight. Watch. Go ahead. You're on the air.
What's up, Tom? What's up, Tom?
How you doing? Go ahead and ask Drew and Stryker a question.
Wow, you sound great.
Listen, I wanted to know, do you miss Adam Carolla, man?
No, I like Adam. Adam's still a friend, but I got a new buddy here, Stryker. Are you familiar with Stryker?
First question is that right out of the gate.
No, What's
Good
wrong with
people
that?
ask
That's
that
all
a lot.
right.
Did they
No,
say
no,
that?
but I mean, you know, it's we Stryker and I have
done a show for how many years?
Right.
Adam was on the show.
11 years. They
So
did
then
it,
you
I
come
believe,
in
right,
and
Drew?
replace them.
Right.
That's got to be jarring for the audience, right?
I
How about
think
for
it is.
him? How about he's got to
Well, I mean,
figure out
I
a way
think
to.
for the audience, 100%. But I always said, because I've been doing radio for a little bit, but never a show the size of Loveline or a morning show like Adam went to go replace, which was Howard. And I always thought, man, a couple people that I think would be tough to replace would be Stern and Carolla.
Yeah.
Wow.
He goes to, and I verbally said this for years.
Wow.
He went to replace Stern, of course, and I got Adam's job. And I, you know, we're completely two different types of people in every sense, you know, personality, style, everything. So it was a shock to the audience. But I mean, I feel really good how it's gone.
Yeah.
And it was tough in the beginning, I'll tell you that.
People are quite complimentary online. They say you've brought your own voice to the show.
Thanks, man.
That's true, right? That's
It's
an
a-
accurate.
it's-
That's like I've done research.
It's a
right?
different. You've done. Well, it's like you had done it,
Yeah.
even though you didn't. But
No,
it's a new show.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
new show, and it's nice, and it's got a great rhythm and a great feel, and it's back to the callers, which I love. I feel like we're really handling a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, the diversity of material is more than it's ever been.
One thing I enjoy also, we're getting some great guests on there, like
Yes.
bands that I'm really into. You know, you had Mickey Avalon on.
Uh-huh.
We've had him on,
Oh,
which was
cool.
cool. So it felt good to play that dude for, you know, we're on 80 stations or so.
Did
and
you
of
play
course
in
when-
my rap? Did you play in my
Yes.
rap?
Oh,
We did.
You played Mickey Avalon in my rap?
Yes. Yes, we did.
And but people somehow want like
You think it
Carolla
was
and I.
dope?
Yeah, you know, he thought it was really good, by the way.
I think
Oh,
he said
cool.
dope. Yeah, it was
Oh,
dope.
good.
I think
Yeah.
dope is the word.
That's good.
But Carolla
guys are
and I,
awesome.
they want us to like be feuding or something for some like leave acrimony or something, which is not the case.
Yeah.
There's
Adam was up here 3 weeks ago. For
yeah,
the first
we
time,
are friends
and it
like
was a
we've
really
always been. In
fun
fact, probably better friends than that we don't have to work together.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it tends to get like that. You guys, you're saying you and Stryker kind of can't be in the same room together?
no, we hate each other. But when we play paintball, we play in different teams, and
Yeah.
we try to just cheat each other's asses off.
Dr. Drew, by the way, is such a good dude. It was my birthday in the beginning of June, and he took me paintballing with his kids one day, and I actually felt like I was his kid. I went to Drew's house, and he said, "Have you eaten breakfast?" And I don't have anything in my refrigerator, nothing. I'm like, no, I really didn't. I thought he was going to hand me an apple. He broke out eggs. He made me scrambled eggs. He gave me pineapple. He gave me orange juice, and then we went paintball. And then for my birthday, he bought me a paintball gun.
A nice healthy breakfast before going out and being
Yes.
violent towards your fellow human.
You want to come over for breakfast sometime? I'll make you breakfast.
You paintball, you go,
My boys love St.
Oh,
Paintball.
yeah?
Yeah, so I brought Stryker one time. We had a blast.
Yeah, it was cool.
where do you go?
What is that?
This is something we pulled off YouTube today.
Oh, it's Doctor.
Can we hear it? Let's hear this for a second. See what this is. This was on
Narcissism is a
YouTube.
very dangerous condition, and contrary to what you may be thinking, it's not all about you. Other people have to be around you and deal with your crap. So, if you find yourself exhibiting any of the following symptoms: showing up late for work without caring how that may affect everyone else, thinking you know who is responsible for all the wars in the world, thinking Popozao is music, living in Orange County.
Entire shows from other networks, okay? You cut to it for a second in the background. You don't leave it up full screen. We're going to get some sort of letter, you know?
Are we going to watch New York Minute with Dr. Drew?
What was that? Now, what was that from?
That was something that Joel McHale asked me to do. He was making fun of really Paris Hilton ultimately.
Okay, yeah, Logan will just start playing clips in the background, and we can look at them, but you don't have to cut to them full screen, man. Come on.
So-
I'm so sorry about that. I apologize.
That was very
The thing is that's
embarrassing.
going on is I also shaved yesterday,
Yeah, I see that.
and I'm not sure. I mean, it's a very strange feeling, you know.
Can I feel it, or am I allowed?
You
or-
can,
Are you
yeah.
sure?
You shaved
I mean,
too. You're
Yeah,
kinda
no, I shaved all last time.
Not really any reason to, but
It was like
go
a
ahead.
9-year-old Swedish boy's butt. Wow.
Oh, Swedish.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, Swedish.
Oh, Swedish.
Swedish. I didn't even mean to say Swedish on that one, though.
I know it's
Swedish.
It just I don't know, and I feel stress a lot of the time.
Because
It's
of your
something-
haircut?
No, and because of life and Webelvision is stressing me out.
Look how
Technology.
wonderful everything's functioning tonight.
Yeah,
Everything's
but-
going beautifully.
I know.
It's a sentinel evening
It's
for
been
you.
a long way coming. Let's take one more call, but I think maybe
what's all
one
the
thing would be
stress
nice to
about?
talk about tonight as a topic for the show. We could talk about stress.
Sure, sure.
Maybe people could call in and talk.
I've got to finish my work with
questions.
Steve too.
yeah, with
Steve seemed very stressed when I came in tonight.
Yes, Steve was
He
on the air
barked
last
and
night.
ran away.
Steve, the dog Steve, was on the
Steve,
air last
Steve.
What's the phone number to get on, or how do you do it?
It's on the front page of the website. There's a guy right there. Hello, you're on the air. No call screener. We just
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I pulled up to the house 178 and I gave it to the
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, you're on the air with Drew and Stryker.
Oh man, dude, Drew and Stryker, what's up?
What's up, man? What's your name?
I am Brian here, and I really have something for you to hear.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna fart.
We didn't get to hear.
Didn't
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom Green.
Hey, how are you?
I'm back down there. That's kind of cool.
Good. You have a question for Dr. Drew or
Yeah,
for
I have a
Stryker?
question for Dr. Drew.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Drew, I work for a zoo in New York. I work in the Bronx Zoo,
Wow.
and I have a question. Do you have any experience with animals?
Do I have any experience with animals?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What kind of
It
experience?
seems like a walrus over here is depressed with, because he usually has a blue bucket tail, and it seems that it's gone now, and it feels
The walrus at the New York Zoo is depressed.
The Bronx Zoo, he usually has a bucket of what?
he's depressed because someone stole his bucket.
His bucket. Somebody stole his bucket?
It's just some.
Hey, Tom, is this your
jackass
home number that
calling
they
us
call
up.
on? Like when your mom calls, is it the same line or not?
This is well, there's 4 lines actually running into this phone. We've because you know, they're just flashing off the hook. Check it out. This is people want to talk tonight. You're on the air right now.
Yeah, hey, Tom.
Yep, you're on the air. Yep.
You doing tonight, huh?
I like Tom Green so much, by the way,
I'm
man.
looking at that, and it doesn't even look like
It is you. It's you. It's you as you were. You're
You look
younger.
younger also.
Tom. Younger.
Like you're about to go
want
skate a ramp or
that.
something.
Yeah. Tom, no, it's good. Tom, seriously, it's a good thing.
Okay, you're on with Drew and Stryker.
Let's do a little meditation.
Yeah, so Tom, are you gonna go with the topic for the show tonight is
Stress, yeah.
stress?
Stress.
Okay, I have a question then for Dr. Drew. Basically, if you what's a good technique for kind of like really hardcore anxiety in social situations? You walk into a party and you're in
A good technique to manage the anxiety?
before and
Well, they
you're
don't
a
hear
little
me.
overwhelmed. I mean, is there any other kind of cure for that other than medicinal?
It's a great question. I mean, there are medications for social anxiety disorder. Paxil, the one that has been approved for that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
What about
I'll
alcohol?
move. Yeah, I know. It's Stryker's. I'll let Stryker give you his
Oh, that's a cool shot. Look at that.
Dionysian.
Yeah, for anxiety, I think I have
Dionysian
that too.
cures.
I can kind of.
Yeah, well, you know what I do
have
too.
anxiety leaving the house. I don't like leaving the house.
Well, that's a
anymore.
different thing.
It scares
that's
me.
agoraphobia. It's a little different.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, he's talking about social anxiety, like going into a room and being with a group of people and having to negotiate the room and socialize.
I have that too.
I do. I have that too. You have that? You don't have that.
No.
He's good at that. It's a skill. You can put yourself out there and try to develop that skill. If you can't develop it as a skill, as you've mentioned, their medication, and Paxil's been approved for that. But ultimately, it's going to sound sort of maybe weak, but I actually think some people are not sort of cut out for that. They should avoid it. That if it really makes you anxious and it makes you need to use alcohol or some other means of sort of managing your anxiety, that's not your social environment. That's really not for you. You should do smaller things, network from friends, go to clubs or organizations where there are people sort of in a much more natural environment where it's not just a bunch of people thrown into a room with loud music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I just don't think I could ever. This guy goes around he works those rooms like they're a skating rink.
Well, you have
All right?
you have a phobia though. What's your phobia?
Germs.
Oh.
Germophobia.
Yes.
What's that? It's actually said in your Wikipedia page. Your
Oh, and
phobia.
the tail thing probably also.
Oh, he's got
you have a tail.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Are we gonna?
You can wag it.
I cannot
Yes,
really wag
yes,
it.
you can.
I
Yes, you
cannot.
can.
Drew, honestly, I cannot wag
You
it.
were born with a.
I'm not saying that you can't,
clinical condition. What's it called? It's
Elongated coccyx.
I thought it was normal until I joined Loveline, though. That's the thing
To have a
about it.
tail.
Yeah, so to have a long bone sticking out back there.
and you can wag it.
No, I cannot.
Oh, you can.
I swear.
It says on your IMDb page that you can wag your tail.
Half the stuff on Wikipedia and IMDb aren't true. Supposedly I was in certain TV shows or whatever. Some of those I wasn't really in.
Okay.
But no, yeah, but germs, like shaking people's hands, I'm all for doing it.
Yeah.
But then right when I walk away, I'm like, ugh.
But back to the tail thing for a second. You can wag your tail on the radio, but you can really wag your tail on the Webovision.
Ding, 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 ding.
Here we actually have the ability to show this tail that we've heard so much about. Right?
could see
I
the
said
tail.
on the air the other night, if I ever get famous, Us Magazine or People will have to pay $1 million for
He's
this shot.
saying he's holding out.
He's saving it up.
Yeah,
holding out.
saving it up.
My God, you could get that now.
Not you get what?
You can get that now. Go cash that in right now.
No. But I remember in high school or junior high when you had to take PE classes, and I went to LAUSD, Los Angeles Public Schools. They make you do sit-ups, and I always had to sit on the side
He
of
can't
my
sit
butt a
directly
little
on his
bit.
tail.
Yeah, I would bet, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How could you not think that was something weird?
No one
You see
else.
other guys sitting on their side doing
Really?
How big is this tail?
It's,
Like,
I don't know. It's like
my gosh.
but that's wiener size. Hold on, tail size. Yeah.
I don't know. Can we? I guess we don't want to see that.
I want to see people. Oh, so that
my
dude's
God.
calling you right
Okay,
now?
yeah, we
Yeah.
got a guy calling us in.
That is
Skyping.
awesome.
Calling
Who
in on
is that?
Skype, and he's got some sort of a big screen in the
That's awesome.
background.
Oh, he's in
That's
his
you,
undies.
Dr.
He's
Drew,
smoking a
isn't it, or not?
cigarette.
Too. You're right.
And what's going on, man? How's your audio? Let's see how this works tonight. We're in the background. This
Yeah.
is a groundbreaking moment here on the Webovision. What's your name, sir, and where are you calling from?
Hello, Hollywood. This is Bob. I'm calling from Guam.
From Guam.
Yes. Yeah, my girl woke me up this morning and for work. Now she's all and she said, "If you want to ride, get your ass up." And I was like, bitch, back off. Then she said, get in the car. Just really steamed, I'm like, I got some problems with this shit.
Is this a monologue, Tom? Or
I love it, but I love it, but the audio's screwing up again.
I'm afraid what that guy's going to do to himself.
That's the audio screwing up thing, though, that I was telling you about.
I think that's on his end, though.
You think so?
Yeah. I think something's wrong with the mic or something. He's at a distance there.
where is Guam specifically?
The Pacific somewhere, way out there.
Okay, let's look at this here. Weren't we going to call the?
Yeah,
girl
you wanna
from
call
the
her?
States? We can look at
Drew,
your.
is that all right to call this lady? Do you think?
We're not.
Hey.
Wait,
I
is this your website, sir?
That's a K-Rock website. We have lovelineshow.com.
Okay.
Which has you can get old Loveline shows and see the interviews Dr. Drew and I do with video.
Which one is that? Loveline.
There's one where
this
we actually
Yeah,
spell
Tom,
out.
you're on there.
Oh, yeah.
lovelineshow.com.
This is on westwood1.com. Here's
Yeah.
lovelineshow.com.
And you're in there with a picture and an interview on video.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. How do we do this?
There's Seth
You got to
MacFarlane
go
that
down
we
a little
talked
bit
to.
further, I think.
Oh my gosh, he's a genius, right?
Yeah.
Where do we go?
There are all those pictures down there. Oh, that's upcoming guests. Wait a minute. Where are the archives?
Look at this site, though. Everybody go look at this right now. This is lovelineshow.com. There's Tracy Morgan. If I play this, will it start playing?
No, he's
the show?
coming tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But somewhere there's a whole page with just tons and tons of video.
There's you with Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
You know
Greatest guest we've ever had.
Really? You know, his son is a world-class professional skateboarder.
Right.
Yes.
P-Rod, they call him.
Got a 7-figure deal with the Nikes for his skating shoes.
Yeah,
Guy's doing well.
One of the few. What's going on with Skype, Logan? Just keep me informed.
There was somebody
here.
in there.
Do you know Rob in Big Black?
Can you just keep? No, those. Who are those?
You should
They do a
Rob
show on
Dredger, you
MTV,
should have
right?
those
He's a
guys
skater,
on.
a street skater.
They are very funny.
Yeah.
Rob has developed something called the Man Pond.
No,
Okay.
Big to
Big. What did I say?
You said Rob.
Rob. Big is the Man Pond. Rob. Big comes in at about $4.50, 4 bells, something like that.
Okay.
And he takes a roll of toilet paper and uses it as a pond.
What? Sorry, I don't understand.
His butt leaks because he's so huge and he can't control it, so he sticks a thing of toilet paper
A whole
in his
roll.
in his ass area. So when he's walking around all day, he's got protectant.
He's got a
so it doesn't
pond, like
leak
a
into his
tampon.
underwear.
An entire roll?
That's what he says. He's a big man.
It's a big ass.
I mean, you've got to.
See, that's the kind of thing that when it happens to you, a leaky butt. That's the kind of thing that you can keep private too. You don't have to talk about that necessarily.
Something about Loveline. Everyone wants to talk about their stuff.
They want answers.
Answers, or they just want to talk about they want to participate.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't looking for answers. He was bragging rights.
Yeah.
Man pond.
Your actual patients call you Dr. Pinsky, though, right?
That's
Not
true.
Dr. Drew.
Although at the chemical dependency unit, sometimes I get the Dr. Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Do they call you Dr. Drew because they're at the concerts that you attend and they're playing on stage?
Sometimes. Sometimes there are people that have played music for us.
Right.
Or been on the radio show. So.
Let's see how this Skype works here.
Ooh.
Hello, Beverly Hillbilly. You're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
righty. I'm calling from Nashville.
Nashville, okay.
Yeah.
You have a question for Drew or Stryker?
Yeah. What do you guys think about the theory with bisexuality and homosexuality being connected with hormones? Because I had sexual dysfunction and I went to go see a doctor and they put me on some kind of testosterone pill, and then I started looking at women differently. And I didn't find out about that theory until about 2 years ago.
No, there's no really good evidence that that's the case. Sexual orientation is not dependent on, in other words, if that were the case, all men would be gay or would be bisexual, right? And the fact is, what happened is testosterone will jack up your sex drive like crazy, probably like never before. And if you had even mild bisexual tendencies, all of a sudden your urges will become much more obvious and much more apparent. So you'll be driven to men and women, but the whole thing will be up more than maybe is even biologically healthy for you, because it sounds like it really cranked it up, right?
What exactly is that you're wearing that now? Is that a brassiere that you're wearing, or is that a shirt of some sort?
No, this is my bra.
Wait, hold on 1 second there, baby. Wait.
We just had a Webovision
moment.
What would you call that?
A moment.
A moment, yeah.
That was Girls Gone Wild on the Tom Green
Unbelievable.
show.
Bras,
Well, I think
testosterone, and
John
tattoos.
wanted me to do that anyway.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah.
Is that your boyfriend?
No, the one that's screening the calls.
Oh,
Wow.
I see.
So, hey, what do you do out there in Tennessee for a job? Are you a dancer?
No, I stay at home and write. My husband works.
Oh, your husband's works, huh? He should. I hope your husband, watches the internet, or doesn't. I guess I don't know.
No, he's always working.
Oh, yeah.
But and then I go out and I try to bring home women. But once I get them home and we're playing strip pool, having a great time.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot. Very exciting.
Bye.
Titillating.
Bye.
Think of the filth that you could see if Loveline had the video Skype on it. Right?
I bet you people would behave themselves. I bet you we'd see some weird rashes.
Let's talk about something for a second. When I come to the show, I always get kind of nervous.
Everything's making you nervous
Because
these
the
days.
people are just the filth that comes out of their mouth, the things that people are comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange publicly that people
It's
are comfortable
wild.
talking?
And I'll tell you,
like you got a 15-year-old girl calling up about things that I don't even feel comfortable saying.
It is peculiar, and every time
Unbelievable.
we have a British band or guest on the show, they completely freak out about it.
Really?
Except one person.
Completely. Who was the one we had? Somebody.
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen threw herself right in it. She thought it was the greatest thing. But for the most part, who were those little pricks? The kooks.
Maybe it's my Canadianism. It's
That freaks you out a little bit.
the
Maybe
Commonwealth countries are a little maybe.
Well, it was funny. Their sort of feeling is, how dare you put us in the position of talking about personal problems? Why would anybody talk about personal problems publicly? And how dare you try to render any meaningful guidance about somebody's personal problems, as though it's impossible to do that.
Yeah.
And they get offended and they freak out.
Yeah.
Saw them just flip out. That's all.
I mean, I tend to always kind of keep asking the callers,
What are you doing?
what are you doing? We don't need to hear about your leaky butt or whatever.
I don't big.
No, that was a guess.
That was a
actually.
guess.
Yeah.
And the guests come on and talk about that stuff.
But I guess people probably don't like going to the doctor and
No, or they
running
can't
someone
afford it.
face-to-face. Yeah.
You and I were talking a little about Sicko before we came on here.
Yeah,
and that Michael Moore film is to that point, is that our system is kind of broken as it pertains to how people access and pay for medical care.
Yeah.
Now, his point, was a well taken point, which is the insurance companies. People don't understand how restricted their insurances are. It's bizarre. I mean, you should be able to pay for enough insurance to cover your catastrophes.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you pay more. They don't have the discipline to dedicate it to your health care. They take what you pay and put it in a bond fund somewhere and put it to their bottom line for their stockholders. So that's the problem. The actual healthcare system works. How we pay for it is just a total mess. And you mentioned in Canada, it doesn't work very well either.
Yeah.
He talks about how wonderful the socialized systems are. The only time the socialized systems work is when there's a private system attached to it, like in England, or even Canada doesn't even have that. They won't allow that.
It's interesting. I mean, my father and I both had cancer the same year.
Yeah.
I was living in Los Angeles. He was living in Canada. I had it first. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I was operated on and in for taking care of it within days, literally days after the diagnosis was in surgery. He was put on a 4-month waiting list.
4-month waiting just to be seen with a diagnosis.
While this cancer is growing.
Is spreading.
Because
That's
there's
right.
just so many. So I actually he ended up coming down here.
Yeah,
to
this is the
Los
part that
Angeles.
people don't understand. And plus, even with those long waiting lists and the incredible cumbersome sort of procedural qualities to the Canadian healthcare system, a lot of the stuff they couldn't do at all if they weren't able to subcontract with the Americans.
Right.
You have to come across the border to get your MRIs, to get your CAT scans. They can't afford to build the equipment.
But on the flip side, though, then everybody gets health insurance.
Everybody gets health care, just shitty health care.
Yeah, or average health care, maybe.
Nah, average to shitty.
Really, you don't. It's really not good. As Michael Moore seems to say that in Canada, it is better. You're better off there.
They sort of showed the
Or
doctors were
France,
happier. I found it curious he didn't put Germany in there, because Germany has a really good system. It's weird. I worked for the Canadian government for a little while, and it was not an easy system to deal with at all for the patients or the doctors.
Wow. Yeah, Michael Moore was screaming at Wolf Blitzer yesterday.
Yeah.
Screaming at him, saying CNN. You know, we never talk politics on this show, though. And then he was screaming at Dr. Sanjay Gupta today. Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
yeah, you sound like you're more on Michael Moore's side.
His point was well taken, but the problem is these guys never. They develop their own point of view and just find ways of substantiating it rather than looking at all the nuances and how complex things are and try to take one issue and build it out, which is, yes, the way we pay for healthcare is broken. How can we fix that? Not sensationalize, all the different sort of catastrophes that have occurred as a result of that.
Yeah. Stryker, you have how many shows? Let's get it on the record here.
You've got 2 TV shows coming out.
2 radio shows every day and 2 TV shows.
Where are they?
But they're smaller ones, but they're fun. One starts tomorrow on Fuse, which is a music station I like because they play music, videos, rock videos, alternative rock, and mix it up. And it's $1 million Battle of the Band show.
That starts tomorrow?
From Bodog Music, starts tomorrow.
Is it airing at certain times?
They're going to air it a bunch all the time during the week, but specifically, I believe, 7 o'clock on Fuse. And
every night?
Wednesdays.
Wednesday nights.
But then they'll show it on Sundays and Saturdays. And the concept is, we started off with thousands of bands, and then the first episode starts with 17. We eliminate 7 and start with 10, and we go to Cleveland, Memphis, New Orleans, Austin, Vegas, LA.
Oh, wow. You're shooting that this summer, traveling around?
We shot it already.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we eliminate 1 band per city. Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols is one of the judges. So I got to hang out with Johnny Rotten in all these cities from the Sex Pistols.
That should be interesting. Isn't he kind of nuts?
100% yes, but unbelievably smart. And he's from the Sex Pistols, which for me, I couldn't believe it.
He seems like he's the kind of guy that could maybe spit on you or something.
He told me to fuck off 3 times.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the internet. Oh, the internet. We're worldwide.
No FCC.
Right.
Yeah.
And Biff Naked's the judge, and Billy Duffy from The Cult, and we're going to do a live finale September 5th.
Cool.
And then another show, whatever, I'll talk about that.
And what's the other
later.
show? G4?
No, it's the first ever global gaming league, the Championship Gaming Series. I'm the host, and it's live every Monday and Wednesday on the 101 on DirecTV.
What advice would you give to a young teenage fella out there, or gal, who is looking to get into broadcasting? Because I think a lot of people can probably look at you and probably think, hey man, that'd be cool working in radio, and I can kind of relate to Stryker. Let's like our audiences, kind of like goofy guys like us,
Well, I'm from Los Angeles, and I left LA to go to University of Arizona in Tucson, which is a fairly small city, and I wanted to get on the radio there, and I was lucky I got the chance, and I just worked my ass off and did 8 to 10 jobs at the radio station. Just
Did you do the usual thing, the 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. shift initially?
Luckily, I think I only did 2 of those, and then they said, all right, we're going to move you to the daytime.
Wow.
And I just ran with it, and then the goal was to get to K-Rock in LA. But if I were you...
You go to school for
No, I
radio
was studying
school or?
sociology and Spanish and the science of communications.
Nobody should ever study broadcasting. I'm sorry to everybody who runs broadcasting schools. Have you ever met anybody that studied broadcasting and then is broadcasting? You did? You did? You did not.
Yeah, Algonquin Community College. Woo!
Studied broadcasting.
Yeah, absolutely. Television broadcasting, 2-year course.
Was it more technical stuff?
Technical, yeah, absolutely.
So
I learned to video edit and all this stuff.
So it wasn't really a broadcasting course. It was
a broadcasting
But I mean, it
course.
was a bit of how to broadcast, not how to be on this side of the camera, right?
It was not how to be on camera.
Right.
There was a couple of classes.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to be in the technical side of it,
Technical
by
course.
all means, go to the training. But if you want to be on this side of the camera,
It's called television
I've
broadcasting.
never met anybody on this side of the camera that.
I don't think it can hurt, but I don't know how much it can help. But one thing, if you want to be on the radio, you need to practice and go to a small city, and you're going to make $13,000 a year and bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many people are listening, as long as you're every day finding your voice and who you are and feeling comfortable talking and interviewing people.
Because that's kind of like what I'm trying to figure out here, and you can see I'm flipping out. I've only been doing this for a year, daily.
But this is, you're
I've
doing
always
so
wanted
good,
to do
man.
a daily show. You're doing 3 daily shows. But, you start to kind of go a little crazy when you're putting yourself out there every day. Like every day you're putting yourself in front of people.
Right.
Whether you're in a good mood, a bad mood,
Right.
you have to. Well, I've stopped trying to pretend I'm in a good mood.
That's
actually.
That's why you're nervous and anxious all the time.
Yeah, just because there's a lot of things going wrong with trying to build the station on, the Webovision with servers and
It's so
broadband
good,
and all this
though.
stuff.
It's so amazing.
But it must take a while though, right? How long does it take before you kind of get into that groove where it's like, oh, this is exactly what I'm doing here?
I don't think I'm even there yet.
Yeah.
But what you were saying, Tom, about putting yourself out there, it's a lot easier said than done, but you do it every day on this, and Drew does it, on his TV and on the radio, and it's just because you're out there to be judged, and with good mood, bad mood, everything, all in one, and sometimes, I don't know, that's a tough part of it.
Like, do you have days when you go in and you just don't want to be on the radio? Something personal has happened to you, you can't be there, and then you get there and you're like, hey, how you doing, rockers? Or do how do you do that?
Yes.
Something about Loveline, though, I got to tell you.
Can I say this on the air? Go ahead, Drew.
Is Loveline, you can come in a shitty mood and you can be preoccupied, and something about that environment and the interaction with young people, you forget your stuff and you just get into the
right.
And I think you got the same kind of thing here. I really do.
Yeah.
You should let go and just let these moments just happen.
I've decided that the main source of stress for me is coming from dehydration and lack of exercise.
Well, you got to exercise.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Hello there, how you doing? What's going on?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm doing good.
I'm dehydrated and unhealthy. Gonna start jogging.
Good, you need to.
Hey,
Where are you calling from, first of all? 1974? Skateboard the movie? Who is this, Tony Alva?
I'm calling from Maryland.
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 I was wondering, can you do a barrel roll?
A barrel roll?
Man, this is just. I can't
Is that a
I can't
skateboarding move?
believe it!
And can you do a barrel?
Oh, man.
Is a barrel roll a skateboarding move?
It's a move from a video game called Star Fox 60.
Star Fox?
And Star Fox 60 320. And we're going to be actually selling T-shirts, barrel roll T-shirts.
I see.
So call up
Your
and say
usual, I
barrel
don't see
roll.
your usual. You usually have your usual sort of army here of people calling in and Skyping in and stuff.
Oh well, no, we're
Some of your usual suspects.
Well, no, we've got an army of. We've got several armies. We've got some armies fighting against.
Oh, really?
And we have some armies for.
That was the against.
That was, well, it's debatable. I think it's a sort of a fun thing. There's several websites out there, they try to call up and say nothing but barrel roll on the show.
Is that right?
The most sort of pointless thing to
Yeah,
say,
right.
a thing that leads to nothing and goes
booyah.
nowhere.
Booyah.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's
Do you
pretty good.
like, but I mean, Drew just said, where's the casting? Isn't it great getting the people that you've never heard from before?
Yeah, no, and we get more, getting more and more
I'm
of those
sure
because
it-
more people are trying to phone in every day, and for some reason, and hey, how you doing, sir? What's going on?
Nothing much.
Where are you calling from?
Apparently.
Perth, Australia.
Australia. Nice.
Oh my God, this is
I've been
great.
on before.
Yeah, good. Well, let's do a better
Yeah.
job this time.
What's happening?
Do you know the band Silverchair?
Oh, yeah, ask him. Did you hear that?
Yes, I know.
They're going to be on our radio show tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go watch all of Tom, then you can go to kroq.com and listen to Silverchair live.
Cool.
And phone in from Australia.
And you can call in from Australia and be on 2 shows in one night.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll put you in front of the line.
Yeah, and talk to Silverchair. You can probably give him a code now that would get him on the air, right? Like a secret code to say.
Yeah,
to the
just say
screener.
say to the screener, I'm the guy from Australia that talked to Drew and Stryker earlier.
Yeah.
That's your code, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Should we give the number to
So
him?
you're going to say something, or do you just want us to look at your nicely
Yes.
composed shot, the beautiful lacework ceiling? That
Nice
well, I like the
border.
trim.
Yes, nice.
You're
trim.
showing off the trim on your ceiling quite proudly.
Yeah.
Nice to see it. Now let's talk about something now.
It's daytime over there.
I was wondering, Tom, if you're going to come to Australia.
Oh, yeah, I think I would love to come at some point soon, actually. I've never been to Australia. It's been sort of
Be fun.
a thing that, have you been there?
No, I bet it'd be fun. My family
ever been?
wants to go.
I haven't been.
None of the people that you're looking at on your screen right now, sir, have ever been to your continent. You ever been over here?
No, but my mum's from California,
Where?
San Francisco.
So what possessed you to call in tonight? Just to talk about your mom living in San Francisco and then sitting in silence and staring at us? You have a question? Why don't you go ahead and ask a question? Loveline is a very popular and hugely successful radio show. It's been over here in America for years. They take advice. They give advice on sex advice, right?
Yes.
Love advice. I'm sure you may have some questions in that area. Why don't you go ahead and ask here today? All right.
What?
All right.
Okay.
No, it's not interesting. You got to ask a question.
Well, these
See?
people gotta break it down.
Yeah,
they gotta be ready.
You
They're
can't
at 6
just sit
minutes.
there online all day, just sitting there umming and on. I don't care if you're from Australia, and that's cool, and the ceiling fans turn in the opposite direction over there and all that crap. You know?
Does the toilet flush the opposite
Yeah,
way?
that too.
Is that true?
Everything
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
in the opposite
Yeah.
direction
Yeah.
over there.
Really?
People
Yeah.
walk backwards.
Sometimes.
We actually have women that
Skypers.
watch the show now.
Nice.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I don't, but that's all right.
This lady has watched last night with her pug.
Oh, is there second night?
What's going on now? You're on with Drew and Stryker. How you doing?
Hey,
How you doing?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Out of all the stories you've heard, questions you've answered, is there like an underlying piece of advice you wish you could just give to us all?
Me?
Like a missing piece to the puzzle? Yeah.
A main piece of advice.
Yeah, if there were one thing, it's a tough one, you know.
That's a great question.
It's a great question, and it would probably be something about the self-assessment process as it pertains to understanding what motivates your attractions. Because attractions, what attracts you to other people, particularly like sexual attractions, that kind of thing, can be very treacherous territory. That if you've had a trauma in childhood, this is the thing I say over and over again on Loveline, if you had a trauma in childhood, the way the human brain is configured, that trauma becomes a source of intense attraction after puberty or during puberty. Such that if you had an abusive alcoholic dad that abandoned you, you will magically be attracted to abusive alcoholic abandoning men. And the same thing is true with males and their moms to some extent. But the point being is if something bad happens to you, we are just immensely attracted to it, like a magnetism later in life. And to understand that attraction, to learn to read it, and to learn to sort of develop more real relationships rather than these acting outs from childhood, that's the one piece of advice I wish more people understood. Because they're always, why do I do the same thing? Why do I make the same mistakes? Why do I always find the same kinds of guys? Well, people don't change. They stay steep relying on their attractions, and when their attractions are broken, they do the same things over and over again. So that's that.
You got it?
We can't hear her. What was that?
What advice would you have for working with that then, or being aware of that? What can you do to change
Well,
it or
you
make it
can
better?
either not go for people that are so exciting, to somebody that seems kind of boring. That's sort of what that is. If somebody's super exciting, super attractive, and if you have a broken attraction system, you got to go. I know where that's going. It's going to be exciting but disastrous, as opposed to going for somebody that's I'm attracted to, but it's not super super exciting. And then learn not to sabotage that, which is the other thing you'll tend to do, is become, you'll fluctuate back and forth between being the abused or the abuser. And you got to just be aware of it, pay attention to it, and forge real relationships. That's the best way I can describe it. Does that make sense?
Thanks for your
Makes sense
call.
to me, yeah.
It seems like a lot of people that call you say, were you abused? And like often they say they were abused.
Yes,
Is this true that like a lot of people are abused?
Well, yeah, it's very common in our culture, and you got to remember that there's about a 60% probability that if you were abused, you'll be an abuser. And when people are, say, sexually abused and they become a sexual predator, they don't do it just one person. They do it to many kids, so it grows exponentially. Right? It happens to one person. That person will then go out and do it to many.
What do you think of that Dateline show where they sting operate?
I think it's great. It's pulling the curtain back on this whole thing, which is so common. And you got to remember, the kind of person that calls a radio show. This has actually been studied. Tends to be psychiatrically a little more challenged than the average person. Challenged.
Oh yeah, the people that do
they call a radio show.
I've called radio stations at times.
Like I'm just saying. And
is that mentally challenged or mentally ill?
More psychiatrically challenged, have more psychological problems than the average person. Let's take a not necessarily. It doesn't mean every person is disturbed. It just means statistically they're more likely to have problems, and therefore we're more likely to select for people that are products of abuse and trauma and stuff.
Hey, you're on the air. We're going to do a thing called rapid fire in our last 10 minutes of the show, where we rapidly, in a rapid succession, we rapidly take many phone calls. We had stuff in the hopper tonight that we didn't even.
I know.
Like Stryker tries to get a forbidden kiss. Stryker tries to get a forbidden kiss.
Nah, that was a while ago.
Stryker and Forbidden from MySpace.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
No?
Oh, we were going to call the girl from Tom.
I don't know if we should do that.
Right.
Huh? What is that other one?
Assaholics.
I saw it playing behind you. That was a video clip.
What is that?
It's a thing I did for the Man Show years ago. There it is, right here. See it down there?
Yeah.
It's
look at those.
I know, but the guy's a jerk, and we're treating jerks, basically. It's on my MySpace page. Dr. Drew Loveline, DRW Loveline, Lovelina. If you look on the front page, you'll find that little clip there. And basically, I take assholes and put them in a 12-step process called Assaholics Anonymous.
I think I remember watching that when it was on.
It's funny. It's very funny.
That was funny.
Wait,
my favorite line I've ever uttered on a camera was in that piece. I didn't nail it quite the way I wish I had, but it was just listen to what some of these assholes have to say, and that's just a great line. So,
coming from Dr. Drew, right? You don't expect that?
No. And it's just such it's anyway, funny.
Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom.
Rapid fire.
What's up? It's Chris Chairman.
Hey, you're on the air.
Well, you take one for me?
Next.
Rapid fire.
Yes.
We're rapidly going through a succession of calls now in the last few minutes of the show.
Great. Watching the show right now.
And? Next.
I just wanted to ask.
All right. Oh, he had a question.
Damn.
Rapid fire.
Hey, what's going on? This is Keith from Ohio.
Hey.
Well done, Keith. Get it going. Here we are.
Rapid fire. See, there's just society. They're nuts.
We're on hold with that one.
Hello, you're on the air. How you doing?
Rick Astley.
Last couple of minutes here. Yeah.
Anyway, I need some advice here.
Okay, good. Here we go. This is good.
All right, I'm sort of worried. I was walking around outside, and I don't really live in the best neighborhood.
Okay.
Anyway, I was walking around outside, and a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Started making trouble. Is this the Will Smith song, by the way?
Yeah.
Been with your auntie and your uncle in Bel Air.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hey,
So that's another barrel roll.
Yeah.
See, they've been doing that for literally a year. A year ago, we had the band Guar on the show. You know, the rock band in here, full costume.
Yeah.
And they were calling up about the Fresh Prince of Bel Air song a year ago. This has been a year-long pointless joke.
Your callers need to get our callers too. A little more rhythm, a little more creativity.
Yeah.
They need that. We've got to work on that.
But you know what I like? Is the dedication.
Yeah, that's right.
And even though the tone of the voice is not enthusiastic, they're enthusiastic about you and about Loveline when the calls aren't so good. They mean well, but come on, you got to pick it up a little bit sometimes.
I'd like, personally, I'd like to hear a barrel roll on Loveline sometime.
All right. You know what it means.
Green Tom.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm up for that.
Or a Fresh Prince of Bel Air song or whatever. Hey, Drew, we have a Drew on the line now.
Cool.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Drew, you're on with Drew and Stryker. Go ahead.
I actually just wanted to ask you if you're still keeping up with the skate scene and if you've been back to Ottawa to see any of the new parks that have been built.
Got a headache there, Drew?
Such as like Legacy or Legacy that was built across from Algonquin College or the Canada Park that's being built.
I know.
Are you okay? Is your head okay? You're rubbing your head there.
It's
kind of warm in Ottawa right now.
Yeah,
it's really humid.
I like you in the background there, Tom. Look.
What is that in the background?
That's you, isn't it?
That's actually my TV.
Your TV.
Oh.
But that's not us on the TV, is it?
That looks like Letterman.
It's running S-Video, so yeah, actually it is feeding into my TV.
Really? Is that a live feed, or what is that?
It's not live, it's S-Video. It's just a cable that runs from my laptop over to the TV.
Okay, cool. Let's look at that. I'd rather watch myself in the background than talk to you, to be honest with you. No, I'm just joking. I've been to the Canada skate park. Yeah, he's calling from my hometown. And I've been to the, but you know, no, yeah, absolutely. And we had Jeremy Klein and Willie Santos.
Canada? Is that just
Canada?
Is that just
a K, home of the Ottawa Senators.
Is that just some weird pronunciation of Canada?
It's you know what?
No, it's Canada.
Canada.
T-A-T-A.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to hear from you.
Have you checked out Legacy yet?
I have not. No, I haven't been back to Ottawa in 2.5 years, actually.
You should really come back.
Yeah, I know. I'll be back soon. Do you have a question for Drew or Stryker? We only have a couple of minutes left here.
I did have one about. I've got a girlfriend, and she's kind of emotionally distant, and I was trying to figure out if there was any kind of way to bring that out. She was in a past relationship that was kind of abusive, and I'm trying to kind of get around that and try and help her out.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
He's the good guy.
Right. This is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about a few minutes ago, is that she, in order to sort of feel connected and attracted, has to have a bad guy.
Wait, can I say something to Logan real quick? Wait. This is what you got to do here. Sorry, but we got to resolve this. It's been bugging me all friggin' night. Cut to a two-shot or something, adjust it when it's off camera, zip it. You can't adjust it now so people know what I'm talking about. You can't do that while it's live. It doesn't look right moving all around, all like jacked like that,
He's moving in slowly.
Yeah, come on, man. Flipping out here. Trying to
Anyway, the deal is it's all good, Tom. The show's great. It is great. You do not need to stress.
The shots look good and stuff.
Exactly. She's kind of drawn to the.
Cut away from me. Cut back to the thing.
Drawn to the bad boys.
Right. And trust me, I got it. And you're the good guy, and you're going to rescue her from all this. It doesn't work.
She's going to cheat on you, buddy.
She's going to cheat. She's going to sabotage.
Now, how are you? Why is his girlfriend going to cheat on him? I don't know.
Because she can't tolerate it.
I've been with her for 5 years, and we've actually.
All right. Maybe I take it back. I thought this.
You said who cares about someone's previous partner 5 years ago?
Yeah, why are you preoccupied about
You're like 20 right now. That was like when she was 15.
Right.
No, she's 27.
Oh, okay.
And I'm 22.
Well, the fact is, look, she is trying to make a go of it with a good guy, and it's good that she's able to hang in as long as she has. The emotional distance, again.
It's kind of like she's trying to play it safe, like not get attached.
Right. Is it?
I turned out to be like this guy.
No. It's not that. It's that the only way she knows how to be attached is to a bad guy. And she's having trouble being attached to a good guy, because that's real closeness. And real closeness, as opposed to the sort of pseudo attachment with a jerk, with a guy who's unavailable. Real attachment creates real vulnerability, and she has to be able to turn on you. She turns on you rather than creating that vulnerability.
So what you're saying is there's not really any way.
Well, I mean, she's hung in for 5 years. That's pretty good, and she can get some therapy if she wants to work on this stuff. But it's something you can't fix. You just got to hang in there and do what you can take care of yourself, and that's about it.
Cougar too, right? That's a cougar. Is that what that's called?
She's a cougar.
Canadian. Well, because he's younger. He's 22.
She's a cougar. She's 28. She's ancient.
Well, compared to him, though, older woman. Sort of a.
It's good.
Actually, Tom, I skated with you when I was 7.
Oh, really? Jeez.
In Canada?
In his house or at a ramp?
In Canada, actually, on Melville Road, where the health center is, where there's just a little ledge and a little tube set.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've grown up nice. Hey, thanks, Drew. Nice to hear from you. Glad to hear you're still skateboarding.
It's somehow harder.
Keep up the good work, dude.
Cheers.
Don't stress yourself out because you're doing great.
Right. Thank you, Drew. I totally agree.
I appreciate that.
I totally agree with you. But it's hard. Isn't it hard to hang up? It's hard to hang up when you're hanging up on their picture. It's easier to just go ding, 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 ding.
I just kind of like it every time. It's just fun. It's because it's fun because it's like it's just kind of instantly they're gone. Right. It's like a porthole in from the world and then zip. And I do it too quickly sometimes, but I think that's just an interest.
It's harder. It's harder though than hanging up on a telephone.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tougher.
That guy looked like he had the same thing that I got, rubbing his head, pulling his hair out all day.
He massages his temples all the way to the skull.
Yeah, just flipping out.
But you have a reason you're flipping out. You're stressed.
He's got his problem too.
You got to exercise, Tom.
Did that stress you out on TMZ.com when you were there, when you were trying to get your friends in a club?
That did stress me out, yeah.
Why? I would have been stressed out if I were you.
Why?
Well, here's what, I mean, do you want to talk about that or not? Do you care?
No, I mean, it's, I actually decided to not talk about it on the show.
All right.
Because I could have gone off and rambled off about it, but I've decided that it's no big deal.
Right.
It's just they put little things on. It was kind of funny in the end, because all the Webovision folks went over there and left comments and stuff. It was exciting. It was fun all around. I love TMZ.com. I love the internet. I love everything about it. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey.
Yeah. Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, shit.
I actually kind of do like the guys, though, that are out in the street that shoot for TMZ.com, because they remind me a lot of the sort of guerrilla video stuff that I've always liked doing. Like they're out in the street and they're like kind of confronting people and doing. So I think that's funny. I do enjoy that.
Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, are you there?
We're here.
Yep.
Hi. I would shout out the 4chan and Toast-chan. All your resources belong to them.
Okay, so that was the barrel roll guys.
Barrel roll.
For 4chan. In the house.
What's up?
3 minutes left, guys. This is it. This is it, guys. This is it. Last rapid fire.
Hello?
What's up?
Rapid fire. Hurry up. You got to go quick or you get hung up on, you see. Quick.
I'm John from Chicago.
And?
I see. If he's listening in the background, they get confused.
Yeah, the delay.
Yeah. New viewers.
Hey, you're on the air.
They don't know how it works.
You're on the air.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
Hey, Tom, what size are going to be these t-shirts? I'm a hefty guy.
Barrel roll t-shirts?
The barrel roll t-shirts. We got them all sizes. This new store coming soon.
On the air.
Yeah, you're on the air.
Hi, I have a question for Stryker.
Go.
In West Philadelphia, I was born and raised.
God, they're going nuts tonight.
That's awesome.
Wait, I just realized we have to say a little something real quick about Samsung, if that's okay. Samsung is the telephone, Samsung Upstage. They have this great thing going on YouTube. If you go to youtube.com Upstage by Samsung, you can see more about the phone. They had this cool contest going on, which is now over, but you can go check out the phone and things like that there. This is a song for a lip-syncing contest they had on YouTube. It's the Upstage by Samsung. Rock and Talk. A phone you can dance to. The Samsung Upstage is so unique you have to see it and hear it to believe it. On one side it's a slim, stylish Samsung phone with stereo Bluetooth wireless technology and a 1.3 megapixel camera. On the other side, it's a slim, stylish Samsung music player with touch-sensitive media controls and a stereo speaker. Either way, it's a phone you'll flip over. Show a picture of the phone. Show a picture of the phone. Look at this. Look at this amazing phone.
Where is the phone?
Where is it, Logan?
There it is. Oh, it's
unbelievable phone. That phone acts as a video, audio MP3 player, like a Walkman.
Wow,
like a
cool.
Sony Walkman, a Samsung Walkman, though. Not a Sony Walkman.
No,
they used to call them Sony Walkmans.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just lost the advertiser. I just lost the advertiser.
No, it's Samsung.
Why'd you do that? No.
Because I said Sony.
It's Samsung.
Sony.
I know. It's Samsung. It's Samsung.
Do you have a flat screen from Samsung?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
It's in the other room.
And so we headed to the end of this contest.
Well, the contest is over, but they were able to go to YouTube and upload videos of them lip syncing to this song. And
what do you click on YouTube?
YouTube /Upstage by Samsung.
Okay.
Upstage by. A couple other neat little things we're starting up tonight, and I'll just say real quickly. Thanks, guys, for coming on. First of all, this has been awesome.
I hope you come on Love Line
This
soon.
has been
a
long time. We've been talking about this. You know, every time I've come on, we've got to get you both at the same time.
I swear to God, Tom, every time I sit in the show, I feel like I'm looking down the barrel of the future. This is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I'm not sure which direction we're looking at.
No. The barrel of the future. The direction is up.
The barrel roll of the future.
Barrel roll of the future. The positive trend of the future. And I know these things that are driving you crazy. For those that are watching and they don't even notice it, this is exciting for everybody.
Yeah, it's cool. No, well, we're excited. We're excited thank you, Samsung. We're coming to the end, actually, of our run with Samsung as a sponsor. And believe it or not, Budweiser sounds like they're going to be coming on. So that's the first time I've mentioned that on the show.
So don't mention the beer company.
But we'll be drinking Bud next time at the show for sure. And we're going to be starting up new shows with them on the 23rd. But a couple of things until then, just to kind of keep us on the air. I've set up an eBay account. I'm going to start selling some of the stuff out of my garage.
Ooh.
And you can go there today. We put a camera up there. Do we have the location? People can go to that.
There it is.
Yeah, there's myworld.ebay.com/Tom Green Live. And I'm just going to start selling some of my old junk from around the house and some perhaps valuable things as well as a way to try to keep us on the air. Does that actually work, Logan?
And Who's Who in the Zoo?
And you can send us copies of Who's Who in the Zoo to 3940 Laurel Canyon Boulevard.
I can't believe how that is
Look
expensive.
at that, number 1178, Studio City, California. Do we have any new mail here tonight that we haven't opened? This is new. I haven't opened this.
What is it?
I don't know. Stryker, you want to open up
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. I'll open some.
I don't know what this is.
I'll open that.
few things.
Sister Morphine.
Oh my gosh, we may actually have another.
Did you order a dildo?
Is that what this is?
It's possible. Wait a second.
Oh, it's a mouse.
Wait a second.
This is cool.
Love your show. Sister
Some
Morphine
more
is
mail
a
here.
Band.
I don't. This feels like this could possibly be a Who's Who in the Zoo.
Tom, you got stretchy
Could
mice
possibly
and
be a Who's Who in the
cheese.
Zoo. I think it's a little small.
Yes, this could possibly be.
So you guys are running right over to do your show right now.
Yeah, we're gonna
You get in the
speed
car,
over
you
there.
zip right over there,
Zoom over
across
there.
town.
Stretchy mice and cheese.
Oh, nice.
It's for the dogs.
Thank you very much.
I missed Steve tonight, I gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, we'll go get Steve in here and
To work with him. I'm not seeming to have any luck here.
I will open it up later. That's cool.
Tom, thanks for inviting me on the show.
No,
I really
thanks.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Let's
Are there
Thank
any
you, sir.
scissors or knives up here or anything?
take a last couple of calls and then we'll say goodnight. We're a few minutes over anyways. This is
It's all good.
a lot of fun.
Oh, here we go.
Last call of the night. You're on the air.
You suck, Tom.
Perfect ending.
Okay, good night.
No,
everybody.
That's not an ending.
No.
Look at this nice guy.
Yeah, look at that guy. He's sitting
He's
peaceful in
angelic.
there.
All right. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, not much. What's up?
Good. You're our last call of the night, sir.
Well, I just wanted to say hi, everybody. It was a great show tonight. I forgot what my question was, so I'll talk to you later.
All right. All right. All right.
good.
Cool. Nice to see you. Thank
Another
you very
nice
much.
ending.
Nice guy. Nice little way to go out there.
Ooh. T-shirts. Barrel roll?
There's a
Nice.
movie
Three
called
Blind
Dead
Mice.
Shit
Again, Dead Shit.
and Dream Reaper.
Oh, that looks cool. This is fun.
Goes with the mice.
You know, I'm lollygagging here on ending the show because I just don't really want it to end.
I know, I'm having too much fun. Dead Shit.
I want to just kind of keep going, but you guys got to go.
I have no idea what time it is.
Can't go through all this crap.
The Talisman of Tinkaya. Wow.
Kevin Strange.
Let's hear it. Good to see you.
Thanks,
Tom,
Stryker.
thank you very much.
Awesome. Good night.
see you
Everybody,
soon.
we have a very exciting week ahead of us here at the
we got?
National Webovision at the channel. I can't say what it is, but tune in tomorrow night for the Tom and Wally show.
Ooh.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, this is the...
He doesn't even know he has.
Hey, here's a line, pal.
Achoo! I guess that one's mine.
Until it's too late.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew Pinsky. What you've just seen is a reenactment. But for thousands of men across America, Brad's problem is all too real. Fortunately, there's a program to help Brad and the thousands of men just like him. Assaholics Anonymous. Hi, I'm Gary Fredericks. I'm 37 years old and I'm an ass.